about a business called TopGolf. Now, I went with my family and some extended family twice over the holiday break. This is a great place to go. We started talking about the business, and in this clip, you'll actually hear me and my boys talking about doing some back-of-the-envelope math. All right, so 34. How many floors are there?
3.
Okay.
34 times 3. That's what I got.
So 102 bays. Now, how many hours a day are they open? So I'll spare you all of the details, but we basically wanted to figure out how many bays they have and what they rent them out at. So they have 102 of these things, and they're open 7 days a week. There's different hours, 15 hours a day, 17 hours a day, 18 hours a day. They also have peak and non-peak times. So we had to figure out roughly how many peak hours and how many non-peak hours are because the rental rates are different. We also figured that about 90% of occupancy during peak and 60% off-peak. Now you do the math, I'm going to spare you the calculations, but if you run through, you can figure out on average about how much they make on a day when they're operating at these 90% and 60% occupancy rates. The total comes out to around $300,000 a week, but that may not be the typical week because in Florida, it's generally cool about 6 months of the year and generally really hot 6 months of the year. And when it's hot, you don't want to go out there and sweat and hit golf balls. So we figured that running during the cool months at 100% of what we calculated and the hot months about 80% of what we calculated, it comes out to $13 million. But here's the thing. We spent twice as much money on food and drinks as we did on actually golf. So that comes out to $41 million. That's for this one location. And did a little bit of web research while we were there. They have 28 locations. So to me, the most interesting part is that last little calculation. Like I said, I spent twice as much money on food and drinks as I did on the actual activity that we were there to do. And I think bowling alleys operate the same way. Movie theaters, you've heard, operate the same way. But a lot of business owners look at the name on the outside of the building and they identify their profitability with that thing. So when you're working on your business model and you're looking forward to the next year and what your growth plans are, look at the things that customers want to spend money on while they're doing business with you. Sometimes that's not the same as your main line of business. And in this case, it's probably the most profitable aspect of TopGolf's business model. I'll see you guys tomorrow.